Hi, and welcome back to our series on turning a shed in Revit into a tiny home. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add additional doors to the interior and exterior of your tiny home design, as well as modify existing windows and placing in additional windows. So let's get started. When you're in Revit and you're adding in windows and doors, a common mistake I see students make all the time is they're really used to adding in components like toilets and sinks and appliances and cabinetry. So they want to go in and continue adding in more components because we load doors and windows in as similar as our components, but Revit gives them an error. So it's very important when you're going in to add any windows that you are in fact using your window tool. And if you're adding in any doors, you are in your door tool. Let's start with some windows. In a tiny home, looking from our 3D view, in this tiny home you can see I already have a good amount of windows in here, which is going to add in natural light, which is going to help add some more spacious feel to the space. But I definitely am going to need way more windows, in my opinion. And let's get started by adding in a couple of windows in some unlikely places. For starters, I'm actually going to add in a casement window that's fairly small in size, but right behind this toilet. Remember that all casement windows do need to swing out, and it looks like this one's not quite small enough. So I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to go to Load Family. I'm going to go into my English Imperial folder, scroll down to Windows, and I'm going to look for a single casement window instead of the double casements that I've been using. So I have this one, nope. These are some box casement windows, that's not going to work. Some side lights, those are some really fancy ones. Here we go. I have a single right and I have a single left. So for this one, I think I want the single right casement. I could be wrong because I'm really bad at left and right, but we'll see. I'm going to click on that one time and click on open. And then it's saying, hey, how big do you want it? Well, I know it can be fairly tall, so I'm going to go with 3 feet, but it does need to be fairly narrow. I think I'm going to try this one, the one that's 3 feet tall by 1 foot 5 inches wide. Otherwise, I might be able to get by with 3 feet by 2 feet. Let's try that one. So I'm going to click on OK. It's going to load, and I'm going to wait for it to swing out. Alas, I did choose it swinging the wrong way, but that's all right. I'm going to just leave it like that for now. So I have my bathroom with a single casement window in it. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add in a couple more double casement windows. In this bedroom, I want to have a very big window behind the bed. I like how it's automatically snapping to center between those two interior walls. I'm also going to add in another window here. Now it looks like I chose smaller windows this time. Don't worry, I'm going to fix that later. I love an entire wall of windows. I'm not quite sure if this is how I'm going to leave my kitchen, so I'm going to leave this kitchen window for now, banking on the fact that maybe I'll change it later. So now this one is bigger, but these two are smaller. So let's edit that and make those windows even bigger, along with this bedroom window. So the size of that one was 57 by 72. So I'm actually going to select this window and I'm going to change it to the same size window. And this one was a 57 by 72. So I'm going to change this one to the same size. And I'm going to change this one to the same size. Now, when I look at it from my 3D view, it looks like these are a little high. I'm not going to panic because that's okay. I can always edit those to be lower later. It looks like the wall height that I have was a little bit low for these windows. I can change that later. That will be in an upcoming video if you're encountering a similar issue with your windows that you selected. Now I have a big space here where I need a little bit more exterior light coming in, but I don't want something directly across from the bathroom per se. So I think in actually this bedroom, I'm going to add in a sliding glass door. The reason I really like sliding glass doors in tiny homes is because they add in a lot of light, but they don't take up a lot of space when it comes to the doors swinging. So I'm going to toggle back to my architecture tab, and this time I'm going to go to my door tool. I'm quite sure I do not have a sliding glass door in my doors preloaded, and I am right. So I'm going to go in and load family. I'm going to leave the windows and go to the Imperial folder again, and this time I'm going to go to doors. In our doors folder, we have so many different kinds of doors. You could specifically look inside your residential door folder if you'd like, but I think, if I remember correctly, there's one in here that I do prefer to add, and it is this one, this double door that is sliding. This one is really similar, but that one's not sliding, that's a swing door. I want this sliding door, so again, it doesn't take up space. Now I need to choose the right size. I know that I have a lot of length here, so I can go with a 6-foot length. And I also know that I cannot choose a door taller than 6'8". So I'm going to click on this pretty standard sliding door size of 6 feet wide and 6'8" tall. I'm going to click on OK. And then I'm going to bring it in, and I'm going to click to place that in the wall. I know that this door is going the right direction because it has the arrows on the outside, so that means I have the exterior side of the door facing out. But I do actually think I don't want it to slide this way, but I do think I want it to slide this way to be open. And that's all I need to do is click on that little arrow to get it going the right direction. So let's do a quick preview again of what it looks like on the outside. Yep, this is shaping up really, really nice. I'm really liking that. But now I have the issue of I cannot get into my bedroom or bathroom, so I better add in some interior doors. I'm going to go back to my door tool, and I do have some preloaded, pretty simple single flush panel doors, but let's see if we can find something a little bit fancier. So I'm in my doors, and I am going to look for a single panel door, but there was one that has a double panel. So let's see, I think that's in this folder. Yeah, a single panel. This is the one that I'm going to choose. So I'm going to choose this one. It has a little bit of a raised panel around the outside. So I'm going to click open. Again, it's saying, hey, how big of a door do you need? Well, this is really important. I am going to choose, all of them are 6'8" that I'm going to choose from. I'm going to eventually try to load in another one, but I'm going to start with a 2'4" door for going into the bathroom, and then I'm going to load a 2'6" door for going into the bedroom. So I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to plop that door not all the way tight to the corner because then I don't have enough space for trim. So I'm going to put this door for the bathroom here. And then I'm going to come to the drop down, and it looks like I need to load another door from that same family. So I'm going to go back up to load family. I'm going to choose that single wood door again. And this time I am going to choose to load the 6'8" height and 2'8" or 2'6" wide door this time. And now I have that door loaded. I do need it to swing to a certain direction. It's not automatically defaulting to that right way. So I'm going to place it, and then I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit escape first to drop that door. And now that the door is selected, I'm going to press this double arrow so the door is swinging the right direction. Remember, in the state of Minnesota, all doors need to swing into spaces. So if it's your main door into your tiny home, it must swing in. And if it's the door into the bathroom or into a bedroom, those doors must swing in. A weird thing about building codes in the state of Minnesota is you do legally need to have a closet in a bedroom. However, this is a tiny home, and in lots of areas in the state of Minnesota, a tiny home doesn't fall under the same category as a regular size home. So we have a little bit more flexibility as far as adding a closet to a bedroom for it to still be considered a bedroom. Please feel free to add in your project a closet. In this space would be a nice place to add it and slide everything down. Add that if you'd like. And for now, I think I have my doors and windows placed in as far as what I need for my space. Now, looking at the design, there was a very purposeful reason I added the door into the bedroom here, and that was for privacy. And I also, for privacy, added the door to the bathroom here instead of on this wall. I prefer to have that door just around the corner from the bathroom instead of opening the door right up into the main living space.